watching the start of the coin toss now, so we don't know who's won or lost. My name's Steve Price. I'll be your producer, commentator, cameraman, everything today. So don't expect much. There we go. Coin is up. And it looks like Barracuda have won. And they've deferred. Assumingly the Stags will receive. Yeah. So just wait for the confirmation signals for the ref. So the Stags will receive the ball and they will be defending the right end zone, attacking the left end zone. So they'll be going from right to left. Likewise, Barracuda the other way. Guys, do let us know in the comments who you're supporting. I'll put comments up on screen as and when I can. And also, if you've got any questions, let us know. You know, if there's something you don't understand, there is a minute's silence happening now. And well observed. Minute silence there for Remembrance Day. We've got some comments coming in, so people backing the Stags. A bit of love here for QB Danny Hudson, being a Northants Knights alumni. God, that was a tongue twister. Alex Potts here supporting the Stags. So just waiting for the teams to do their breakdowns, and then we'll have our kickoff. So the Stags beat Bristol, or the Barracuda, 13-12 and 12-3 last year. So Bristol, you know, looking to settle the score a little bit here. This is actually our third time we've live streamed this fixture, and it was the first fixture we ever live streamed as an outlet. So this is a little bit of a sentimental value for us. So over the 2 years that we've been doing the live streams, we've managed to come here 3 times. And yeah, really looking forward to the game today. Bristol Barracuda won their first game last week against Bath 7-0. There was a pick 6 scored by number 24 for them, Nunu, with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So a hell of a clutch play there to secure the result. Hopefully we won't see something like that today with 0-0 until the dying moments, but who knows. Anyway, so we just getting ready for the kickoff, and I'm trying to get numbers, and I will say numbers and names as I can. And please forgive me if I say any wrong, and correct me also in the comments if there's any phonetic pronunciations that can help me. I would genuinely appreciate it. So kicking off, it looks like it's number 95. Could be 99. I'll have to have a proper look later, but just getting set. And it's a low drive kick, line drive kick. It does get to the back row, and taking it on the run, and a lovely hit there So number 16 fielded it, and number 62 was the guy who made the tackle. So Alex Gill was the returner, and Leo Aylward, sorry, was the guy in on the tackle, who's a Canadian, which is very nice. So here we go, first down. So the ball was returned to the Stags. Oh, it looks around the 34-yard line. So they're first and 10 from their own 34. Number 4 in at quarterback, Scott Devlin. In the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it off immediately to his fullback, tailback, but a big tailback. Number 24 had a lead blocker and made fantastic yards on the first down there before being brought down. Malcolm Easton with the run there. Oh, he actually did get a first down. It looked like he was just shy of it, but they've marked it as a first down. Perfect first play on a drive like this, opening drive of a game. So still in their own half, but just inside, probably around the 47-yard line. And Devlin in shotgun again, takes the ball, hands it off on an end around, and there is a fantastic tackle made there in the backfield. I'm trying to get the number. 15 was the ball carrier, and it looks like it's number 90 for the Stags making the tackle. And if that's true, that's Sam Young, and ball carrier James Cunningham, which over the 3 games, this being the 3rd games that we've live streamed, James Cunningham's quite a prominent player for the Stags. So Devlin back again. This is now, what are we, 2nd and 10? Quite a large, 20, quite a large loss on the previous play. Ball caught nicely there, I believe. Intended receiver, the receiver was Alex Gill, number 16, and didn't get much after the catch, but he did get about 11 yards on the play, bringing up 3rd and 9. Just got a comment here saying, when are we doing betting, opening a betting page? We are looking into something for that, but it won't be for a while. It certainly won't be this season, Gabriel, but thanks for asking. So, 3rd and long. Devlin again back in the shotgun, two running backs. He does hand it off again and tackled just after the line of scrimmage here. Number 24, the ball carrier, and 52, the tackler, Matt Grinham. 24 ball carriers, Easton. So that's so they did get a first down. So it's actually 4 and out, not rather than a 3 and out. They got a first down on the first play, but they are going to now punt the ball. I assume it's Cunningham back to punt because it looks like him from his stature, and he was the punter before, but I don't want to speak out of turn, but I'm predicting it's him. He takes the ball nicely, gets it up in the air, and he's got great, fielded very, very nicely by the Gunners, and they're just going to wait for it to down. They down that inside the 5-yard line, around the 4-yard line. So fantastic special teams play there from the Stags. You know, I suppose not an ideal start for them, that huge loss on that end around that they tried, but they're certainly, you know, they're winning the territory game, which is a big part of the game. Barracuda here with an uphill battle on their opening drive, starting within their own 5-yard line. So I'm just trying to figure out who the quarterback is. Looks like it's number 19. And that's Danny Hudson. We already had his name said. And he hands the ball off. Ball swept to the left. Helmet comes off. He'll have to come off the field for that, for a play. It's Don Bird, who's the treasurer of Cuda, and he's got South African and Swiss nationality, I'm told. So I've got a list of factoids that Barracuda have offered me. There might be a couple of jokes chucked in there, I don't know. I'll read them out, and it's not my fault if they're bad. Anyway, let's get back to the game. So that was about a 3-yard pickup, so we're looking maybe 4 yards, so it's a sort of second and 6. Everyone jumped, and that will bring up 2nd and 1. So we just wait for the confirmation from the, he's right behind them. Oh, there we go. Good old Ollie. So, yep, so still second down, 5 yards ahead, and yeah, we're about second and 1, as predicted there. Starting to get into the open field a little bit better here. So Hudson takes the ball, drops back, looks to his right, fires the ball off, and the floodlight is perfectly in the way of the ball's trajectory there, so we didn't quite get to see it, but it was an incomplete pass. Intended receiver was number 7 on that, Don Bird. I've got a question here for which one's Bristol. Bristol have got the ball now, so they're in like the darker black helmets, almost like a dark red jersey. The white jersey is the Stags. And swallowed up immediately on that play. Let's just see a little replay of that. So that takes them back to around 4th and 6. So they lost about 5 yards on that play. You can just see here immediately swarmed and taken down. And it brings up the punt team, as you could expect. Punter looks to be the same guy that kicked the ball. It is 95, I can see that quite clearly now, which is good. Let me just zoom back a little bit so we can catch this. Ball is up and fielded right around the halfway line. Great, 3 missed tackles and driving, number 16 there with a really nice return. There is a lot of whistles. There's a flag on the play. I assume where that flag is, that might be running into the kicker. That might be coming back for a first down. Let's just see. So 16, Alex Gill there on the return. Let's just see. So the flag, I can see it, you guys can't, it's behind that post. He's still got it down. I'm just waiting for the signal from the referee here. So it was a penalty on Bristol. The penalty is now declined, and so the Stags take over. Very, very good field position. So they'll start with the ball on their 32-yard line. Oh, sorry, not on theirs, on their opponent's 32-yard line. So again, that you know, even though they didn't get the points on that first drive, they set themselves up to succeed here. And again, having very good territory when they've got the ball. So Devlin takes the ball, hands it off again, and it was I think it was Easton again carrying the ball. Good for about a yard. So 2nd and 9. Again, 2 running backs in the backfield, 2 receivers out wide. Devlin takes the ball again and just rumbles down. Very low, he's a very low centre of gravity runner. You can see him, he protects the ball really well. 2 hands on it, helmet actually over the ball and bent over as he's running. So very, very tough to bring down. Gains about 4 yards there, so it brings up 3rd and 5. Easton that is, sorry, I don't know if I said the right name. So exactly the same formation. Devlin in shotgun. Ball is snapped. Handed off again to Easton. Runs into a bit of traffic this time. It looked like D lineman done a very good job of getting off of his man and just closing up the gap there. I think it's number 96, the D lineman for Bristol. And if it is, then that's Amir Hassan, who was last year's lineman of the year. So 4th and 5, and they're going for it, which makes sense in this field position. Again, another running play, beautifully defended there. So it was Easton with the ball. He was picking up speed, but he got tripped in the backfield by number 80 for the Barracuda. No, it wasn't number 80 because he's not on my list. I don't know who did that there. I'm sorry. But a very good play on a 4th down to turn the ball over. So better starting field position here for the Barracuda. A bit more space for them. Roughly at 26-yard line, their own 26-yard line they're starting on. So Hudson still in at QB, takes the ball, high snap, gets it out, runs out with his back to throw a block. Back runs a bit wider and gets caught up, but good yardage on that first play. I'm trying to get the number of the running back. Oh, his jersey's folded up. I think it's 0. If it is 0, who is a running back? It's Archie. I don't know if you say it Calhoun or Calheim. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, but Archie. Let's just call him Archie. Who's a bit of a stud player for them. He was last year's offensive MVP, so one to watch today. Very high snap. Archie gets hold of it, looks to make something of it. He actually is making some yards and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Probably, positive couple yards there. We do have a couple of players down, so we're going to just sort of pan away. We don't like filming injured players. One of them's jumped up, the other one's still down. Yeah. Air and snap. You get these when you, especially early in the season. We live streamed a game a couple of nights ago, and the first quarter was laden with air and snaps, but very good recovery from the Barracuda there to get the ball back to. Well, I think again positive yardage on it. The ball's around third and 9, 3rd and 10. So good stuff. So medics are just tending to the injured player, and you'll notice the players on. I'll zoom out slightly so you can see it, but you'll notice the players on both teams. They kneel down or take a knee, as it's called, and even on the sidelines you'll see it as well. But that's just a respect thing in American football. You can just see that. The home team as well. Every single one of them are kneeling. Again, it's a respect thing in American football for players that are injured. It's quite a violent game, and you can get some severe injuries. So there's this big thing around injuries and respect, and our coverage comes from that as well. So that's why we don't film it. We don't do replays on injury plays. We try to maintain the respect that the players deserve and that exists in the game. So we're still 0-0 here, and this is the second position. Great to see the player now up on his feet, and he'll be clapped off now. You can hear me clap, but you can see the teammates and the other team clapping as well. So good to see him up on his feet. Hopefully we see him back on again. And this will bring up so it's now 3rd and 9. Let's see what Hudson and co can do here. That last play really can stifle momentum when you get that sort of play. Particularly with an injury at the end of it, you're just sort of having a break and you can dwell on things. But here we go. QB back in shotgun. I don't know if that's a false start, but it didn't look like it. Nice catch in the flat there. Ball taken, not enough yards for the first down. Number 41, the ball carrier there, Alex Patterson, and he takes it. It's about 4th and 5, so they got about 4 yards total on that play. Not enough for the first down. Punt team come back on, and punt return team also come back on for the Stags with Alex Gill back to receive again, and I'm going to get his name. Number 95. Jamie Grimstone, I believe, is the kicker. Sorry guys, I was looking at my paper, I didn't watch the game. Here we go. Alex takes the ball. Busts through the first 2, 3, 4 tackles. Keeps going off his feet. People are blocking for him downfield. He manages to get past, but doesn't manage to tackle. Doesn't manage to avoid the tackle. And number 62, there is a flag. Looks like it's an after play flag, and that was Leo Aylward with a good tackle, but there was some sort of afters. We'll just see what happens there. referee is now going to signal what the penalty is. It looks like it's going to be an unsportsmanlike of some sort. So for those of you not familiar with the game, the referee with the white cap on is the main ref. He's the one in charge. They are called the referee. The rest are actually called umpires or officials. But everything will go through him, and he will be the one that signals the penalty and any other calls, so like timeouts and end of period, all that sort of stuff. So we'll always look for the white cap referee when there's a stoppage in play. So it looks like the ball's going back the way of the Stags, so let's just see what happened here. 2 fouls. Oh, blindside block and unsportsmanlike. So look like they offset. Yeah, so both quite severe penalties there actually. So blindside block is when, and that's come into the game a lot more in the last sort of few years. Basically when a player is looking and running in one direction and someone comes from another direction and takes them out where they can't defend themselves. It's called a blindside block, and that it will happen on these types of plays, or when you get a QB scrambling around, people end up running in a different direction, or when there's an interception, everyone sort of changes direction. It's those change of direction where people can be in a situation where they're not fully aware of their players near them, and then they can't protect themselves. So when you can block them, but you can't really go all in. It has to really more be an arm block. And then the other one was unsportsmanlike. I think it was just the afters, you know, a little bit of roughness after the tackle. So anyway, ball roughly midfield, 47-yard line. Devlin back in under QB, takes the ball, another run. So not really executing the pass game here, the Stags so far, and that will chew up clock time. But you know, they get gaining yards. That was a 2-yard gain, brings up 2nd and 8. In Uniball, they're 12-minute quarters, so you can chew through the time really quickly when you're running. So the reason that the difference is that when you run the ball, the clock doesn't stop when you're tackled inside, inbounds. And then here we go with a pass attempt, and almost intercepted. Yeah, and when you pass the ball and it's incomplete like that was, the clock stops. So you don't go through loads of time, loads of game clock time. So yeah, when you see games that are a lot more passing, they're more likely to take longer. Anyway, that incomplete pass brings up 3rd and 8, and the ball is, as you can see, bang on the halfway line. And so Devlin in at QB again. He's got 3 receivers, 2 to this close side, 1 on the far side, and a single running back into block. Passes the ball, lovely reception, and brought down immediately. So nice work there from the DBs reading the play, but not enough for them to make a break on the ball. And number 36 there for the Stags, Liadi Liadi, I'm sorry if I'm saying the name wrong. Again, if someone knows him and knows how to pronounce it, please let me know. But Habib, number 36, with a lovely catch there, brings up 1st down. They're actually, I think they're just inside the red zone. I think they're bang on the 20-yard line. Devlin here, single back, same formation. 2 receivers to the top this side. Ball thrown through the hands of the intended receiver. It was a high throw, but certainly catchable. And that was number 16. I think that's Pope, isn't it? Number 16. Sorry, Gill, Alex Gill. Intended receiver there, so it brings up 2nd and 10. So QB drops back, fires over the middle, and it is intercepted. The ball. So number 2, he's running the ball out, of the end zone, and he gets it to around the 8-yard line. So interception there from Matthias. It's either Nudelman or Noodleman. He's also a free safety for the Bristol Aztecs. This is his 3rd year for the Barracuda, and he was the defensive MVP in his first year. So good play there from Matthias, and that looks like it's the end of the quarter, and we're going to change ends. Yeah, the referee's all conferring, so let's just change that. We're still 0-0. Crazy this game's still 0-0. And we just switch ends. And now, as we look at it, the Stags are going left to right, and the Barracuda are going right to left. I've still got another pole in my way this way as well, which is great. So Danny Hudson, QB for the Barracuda, he had just had an undefeated under-19 season with the Northampton Knights. So it's the Northampton Knights. He just had an undefeated season with them, and he's in his 4th year. Right, let me zoom out just a bit so that pole isn't such a problem. You can see here 2 receivers to this near side, 1 running back, and he takes the ball and he keeps it, tucks it, runs to his left, and it looks like there was a bit of miscommunication there. Tackled by number 58, but there is a flag on the play, so let's just wait and see that. So Balint Rexa with the tackle there for the Stags. Let's just wait and see what the referee's going to say here. Oh, and it's against the Stags. It's a dead ball penalty, so that's 15 yards, first down. Not the type of penalty, well, not that you ever want to concede any penalty, but automatic first down ones are always a killer. So anyway, first down, ball's at the 20, just over the 20-yard line. And the Barracuda have got 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 tight end to the right, and then 2 slot receivers. Ball snap, QB looks, flicks the ball a bit, throws it deep, and it's picked by number 33, still on his feet. He's got blockers around him, but he does get brought down. So an interception the other way here for the Stags, and that number 33 is Charlie Devitt. So great field position Charlie's given his team here. They're at the 35 to 34-yard line. Devlin takes the ball, gets under pressure immediately. He's really deep, far deep. He's going for it. He's tucked the ball, and he's trying to run back to the line of scrimmage. I think they've lost some yards on that play. Yeah, someone just pointed out. This whole Danny being the wrong, being too old or must have started at a young age. It doesn't say it was last season. It says undefeated under-19 season, so that's my fault if I read that out in that way. Thanks for correcting me, and apologies. Anyway, second down, they just lost about a yard. Devlin did there, so good recovery from him because he was quite deep when he had that pressure. Fires the ball out to the left. It looks like there was some sort of miscommunication there. The receiver wasn't where the quarterback was expecting him to be. Another incomplete pass brings up a third down and 11. So Devlin joined by 2 running backs in the backfield. Yeah, it looked like there was a bit of movement in the backfield there. Number 42, I think, was false started. Let's see what the referee's got to say. Yeah, false start. So that'll bring up, so it's still third down, 3rd and 16 now. And I believe it was David Boateng with the little bit of early movement. It was subtle, but it was enough. And you could see the running backs from the Barracuda pointing it out. So single back, 3 receivers to his left. Devlin takes the ball, looks up, doesn't like what he sees, and is sacked. And that is number, I think it's 85 or 95, I can't really tell, but once I've got it, I'll let you know. '95 with the ball, great play to get a sack. Third down, it brings on the punt team. That was Amir Hassan with the sack, and it's like 4th and 22, something like that. See the sticks in the background there. And I believe it's Cunningham out to punt. Ball is up. And he beautifully fielded his 2 fantastic punts from the Stags so far. Pinned the Barracuda so far deep in their own territory. Like that looks like it's on the 1 yard line from where I am. I don't even know if you guys, you can't see it because it's directly behind the pole again. These poles are ruining my life. But just to see, you can see where the down marker is, where the referee stood. He stood in line with the ball, so it's inside the 1 yard line. That's how well that ball has been fielded. So most teams usually will run the ball out of this situation, but we'll see. We'll see what they choose to do. Yeah, so they go for a little QB sneak to just buy themselves a bit of space. It looks like there's a timeout called. Someone's helmet's come off. I think it was QB Hudson, and they have to bring someone else in. Not a time when you don't want your QB on, right? I think he's trying to come back on. Oh no, someone else is going on, and looks like it's number 1. That's Bella Whitney, running back. So let's see I don't know who's gone in at QB. Can't see the number. Looks like it's number 0. Archie, I'm just going to call him Archie. He takes the ball. They're swarming him straight away, as you'd expect, right? Sorry, we can't see everything there, but you'd expect when there's a backup QB in that they're just going to throw pressure at it just for that one play. And they do lose yards. So they lost the yards they gained, but it's not in the end zone, so it's not a safety. If the Barracuda get tackled in their own end zone, then it's 2 points to the Stags. Also, if the ball gets like snapped high and the QB doesn't get it, goes over at the head out the back of the end zone, also 2 points. So Hudson back in, goes under centre as you'd expect here. He's going to just charge it forward. There you go. Hopefully he keeps his helmet on this time. And the referees, regardless of where the ball ends up, the referees will always give the forward progression. So it's 4th down. Very, very good set defensively here from the Stags to restrict the ball movement for the Barracuda. And this is a really, really like hairy situation for the Barracuda, because you've got that long snap to the punter. A lot can go wrong, but we'll see. But quite often these plays, these plays do end in safeties, where the ball doesn't quite, where it goes over the head of the punter, or the punter steps out of bounds or something. So Jamie Grimstone here. Jamie Grimstone there, ready to take the ball, nicely snapped. He does get it off, and it doesn't even go into the halfway line. But and he's down. Yeah, he's down. He slipped, unfortunately. So there's a little bit of trouble there, a little bit of afters, but it's all broken up. And it was Alex Gill there on the return. He had such a good opportunity there to take the ball on the run at around the 40 yard line, 45. Oh, this is a 90-yard field. Sorry, I've been thinking it was a 50-yard field. But so yeah, he had the ball at around the 39-yard line. Went behind him, managed to pick it up, avoid a tackle, but then he slipped. So it missed opportunity there for him. Not necessarily that he would get a touchdown, but he could have got probably 15 yards up the field from where he was. But not a bad starting field position here for the Stags. Devlin takes the ball, hands it off. Number 42, the running back, takes it. Really strong running from him, even after the point of contact, and does pick up positive yardage. And that's Boateng. Good for about 2 yards, so we're now 2nd and 8. Someone here saying the safety might win the game, yeah. It's been tight, it's been good. But it's good seeing, both teams are, they're passing the ball, they're running the ball, so it's like, it's not like one of these like deadlocks that you see where the ball just stays between the two 30-yard lines and it's just run all the time. Like there's good play going on here. Nice blitz there. Ball pitched out to Boateng, and he is caught in the backfield, but he does manage to get away, and he's got a bit of space, and someone's coming in to do a block, and he does pick up positive yards. Something from nothing. There is a flag. He probably gained a yard net there, off of a play where he was actually caught in the backfield at this sideline. So let's just wait and see what the referees have seen, and if there's a penalty on this play. There are 2 flags down, so there they are. Guys, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. It's always nice to have some audience engagement. And don't put fake things like Qatar or whatever. Anyway, let's see what face cage on the tackle. They've declined it. Oh, it's a horse collar. Oh my God. So the horse collar is 15 yards and first down, so the ball will move up 15 yards. There were 2, so that tackle was a face cage and a horse collar, meaning that his face cage at the front of his helmet was grabbed, which is a very dangerous move, but also the horse collar means the back of his helmet, back of his pads just under his helmet was pulled, and that's, I don't know, for the last sort of 5-6 years, that's been a penalty, considered quite a severe penalty, so which is, I assume why they've accepted that of the 2. I'm not sure. Actually, I think they're both 15-yarders, but anyway, yeah, to get those on the same tackle was quite severe. Anyway, first down, ball at the 24-yard line, passed out and batted down by number 52, who celebrates there for the Barracuda. That is Matt Grinham, who also plays outside linebacker for the regional under-19 team, the Kings of the South. And he's in his 2nd year, having picked up the Defensive Rookie of the Year last year. So Devlin back in, 2nd and 10. Boateng in the backfield. Boateng gets the ball. He's under pressure immediately. Again, almost like a carbon copy, but this time the defensive linemen do manage to bring him down, and he is sacked quite deep. Trying to get 52 was in on it, but also this guy. I'm trying to get his number. It looks like it's 80. Was the guy that eventually brought him down. It's number 90, right. That's Sam Young with the guy eventually tackling it. We've got people watching from London, South London. There is one from Birmingham, I'll get them up on screen, but let's focus on the game. Ball snapped, fired out to the right, just too high. You could see that from the release. It was a very, very high throw. And that brings up 4th down. And it's about 4th and 20, roughly. Alice is watching from Birmingham. Thanks, Alice. Free pick batted down. Yeah, well, you do get a stat for a bat down. But yeah, defenders aren't necessarily known for their catching skills. That's why they're on defence. But you're right. You always want them to at least try and grasp the ball rather than just whack it, especially when it's at that height. Anyway, so they are going to punt the ball. Another coffin kick here to try and pin them back. Let's see if Cunningham is going to be 3 for 3 because he's done really well so far. Multiple flags on the play. Let's just wait and see what the referees call. So there were 2 penalties, a delay of game, but also illegal procedure from the kicking team. You got someone watching from the Netherlands? You have to tell me how to say that name because I couldn't say it. Richard, your surname? Ball punted, let's see how this one goes. And as you'd expect, yeah, it makes sense to fair catch that ball even under pressure there because you want that extra yardage. Don't let the ball bounce behind you. There is a player down, but he's making his way back up to his feet. Someone's watching from their room in Bristol, unable to travel. Cheers, Dan. So again, tough field position here for the Barracuda. Ball is on, I would say, the 11 or 12 yard line. 1st and 10 for them. And I'm assuming Hudson's back in. Yeah, he is at QB. Low snap, ball handed off. Unconventional, but actually managed to make something out of nothing here. Ball carrier gets to the edge, turns up the field and is forced out of bounds. And that's 0. Archie from the Netherlands, I'm guessing. Again, you'll have to let me know how to say his name, his surname, but I'm just going to call him Archie. Alison's letting us know that she's watching from Birmingham. Oh, and there was, sorry, I missed it. There was a penalty on that play, so those yards are taken away, and it's now 1st and 15. With it being a 5 yard penalty, it could be like an offside or something, I'm not sure. Ball is out to the right side this time. Good carry there with the ball, Archie, and I think we'll just wait and see because I missed the penalty last time. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere this time. Let's just see what the referee's saying. I don't know what's happening here. Sorry, guys. The ball hasn't been moved. Oh, here we go. It looks like there's a legal procedure. Another penalty on the offence that marks them back. Same pronunciation as Callum. Perfect. Thank you very much, Richard. So, Archie Callum. And it's 1st and 20. Oh my God, it makes sense. It just doesn't make good viewing. But what they've done there is done a hard count. Made the. Oh no, it's actually gone against the Barracuda. I thought they'd hard counted. No, oh terrible. So they haven't got 5 yards to go, so they go, I don't know, a yard or so. They get half the distance. They're about 2-yard line now, and it's first and 11. Sorry, 21 roughly. Right, here we go. First down. The fourth first down on this drive. Handed off, tackled in the backfield. That's got to be a safety. We'll just wait for the signal from the referee. Are they just going to get him from point of contact? It's got to be a safety, isn't it? Yeah. So first points on the board. And it goes to the Stags. This is one of those situations in American football where you score points and you get the ball back. So the Stags have just scored. They're 2-0 up. And they are going to be receiving the kickoff. And the ball's kicked off a little bit deeper in this situation from, I think, the 30-yard line. And this is another unique rule here, is that the ball can be punted instead of kicked off of a tee. I don't know what we're going to see, but if we do see that, now you know why. Someone said about the mic not being refed up. Yeah, the ref not being mic'd up. We have got the capability, but the refs refuse to be mic'd up for us. So, I don't know. I asked their president this week why. They won't tell me. They don't like Sport Tank. What can I do? It's stupid. So, Charlton, it's your lucky day. There is indeed someone from Birmingham. Our lovely Alice. Right, here we go. Kickoff. So ball kicked from deep in their own territory. Fielded nicely. There, I can't see who it is. I think it's Boateng. Yes, it is. Flies by a couple of tacklers and gets the ball to the 34-yard line. Again, good field position for the Stags. Sam here with a comment that the Cuda and safeties shaking hands or go hand in hand, however you want to look at it. I didn't know that. Did the Cuda get a safety last week then? So Devlin back out there. He's joined this time in the backfield by Will Brown, number 49. Just zooming a little bit here. Ball taken by number 49. Brown, and yeah, good for a couple yards. Probably, you know, I think he sort of tripped over a lineman's leg, his own lineman's leg, which got him stumbling. So I think if that hadn't have happened, he probably would have been better for a few more yards there, because it's quite a big open hole to run through. And it looks like it's a 2-minute warning. Let's just wait for the referee. Yep. Yeah. So 2-minute warning, and the Barracuda have 3 timeouts left, and then he's going to hold up a number, 3 timeouts for the other team as well. So both teams with all their timeouts going into the 2-minute warning. So Devlin and Brown in the backfield. We've got 2 tight ends on this right side. So should we see a run this side? Met in the backfield beautifully, and yeah, just well read. Very, very good defensive play there. Number 23. I'm giving it 23. Nathan Smith. This is his 5th year. Nathan's 30 years old. His 5th year playing for the Barracuda. So he's obviously, this guy's got to be a doctor by now. Yeah, he led the team in interceptions last year. And he's also played for Bristol Aztecs, as did I. I was a Bristol Aztec for a year. So we are 3rd and around 11. Ball at around the 33-yard line. Devlin back in the shotgun. drops, looks to his left, fires the ball out, and it was actually in front of the intended receiver. I think it's number 1. Yeah, number 1 for the Stags, Pierce Brock. Felt like he could have run onto that nicely, but it just made too far in front. I'm not sure what happened. So 4th down, and we're going to see another punt. That man Cunningham, I think that's his 4th punt in this game. Ball snap, nicely fielded, punt off, and they don't fair catch or field it this time because it just stops dead. There wasn't any momentum taking the ball further back for them. So Barracuda returner, their right to leave it, and yeah, Barracuda back on. Offense back on, sorry. They've always been on, but the offense is back on. And I'm assuming Hudson's in at QB again. Yeah, it looks like him. Sorry, I'll zoom out a little because this post is killing me. So I'll zoom out a bit for it so you've got a bit of a wider angle, some other stuff to look at. So number 7, it goes in motion, ball snapped and pitched to the running back, but he's caught in the backfield beautifully by, and I think that's 56. Yeah, it's 56 for the Stags, with just a fantastic tackle for a loss there on 1st down. Seb Rice. I mean, that's a lot of yards lost, a lot more than I thought there. Probably about 6 yards lost on that play, and the ball is at around the 5-yard line. So that'll be 2nd and 16 from the 5-yard line. So just constantly under pressure. This Barracuda offense haven't had much of a chance. They've just been getting themselves out of trouble pretty much every time they've got the ball this half. I'll just zoom back a bit again, sorry. We can just see Hudson there taking the ball, handing it off. No, keeping it. He tricked me. And good positive yard. Good gain there. Probably about 10 yards he picked up. So didn't quite get the 1st down. But oh, it wasn't 10 yards. It was only about 6. He's got the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. You can just see there. 3rd down, bang on the stick. It looks like there's a timeout going to be called. I can hear that from the sideline. And so we're 3rd and 10. Hudson back in the shotgun. It looks like a timeout has been called. Let's just see. Oh no, that's the half time. Okay. The ball held up, half time. So it's half time here in Southampton. It's still anyone's game, which is awesome. We love that. And it's the Southampton Stags 2, the Bristol Barracuda 0. So low scoring game so far, but not without action and fun. Some very good special teams play, particularly punting from the Stags, but also they've had some very good returns as well. A couple of slips, you know, with some of their players that have cost them, the Stags. They've slightly got the upper hand on the scoreboard, and looking forward to bringing you guys the 2nd half at 15 minutes or so. We'll go on mute, and so you'll just see this view, and yeah, we'll be back in about 15 minutes. Thanks very much. Hello, and we are back for the second half of this game. As you can see, both teams have taken the field, and we're just waiting for the Stags to kick off, left to right, as we're watching it. So, all things being equal, the Barracuda should get the ball in the opening possession of the second half. Hopefully, you guys had a lovely half-time break. So number 43 here is who's the kicker, Alexander Tamang. Ball is caught nicely, changed hands, and returner, it's number 0, he's going to go all the way. Opening kickoff touchdown for the second half. Fantastic play here from special teams from the Barracuda, and it's that man Archie Callum with the TD. Let's get those points up on that board. Oh, and let's change that from half time to Q3. Sarah's asking how we get rid of it. I removed the banner. It's only there for half time. Hopefully you can see the game now. So, extra point attempt here. Ball snap, put down nicely, and it looks like it's good, and it is signalled as good. What a way to start the second half. So, score is now Bristol Barracuda 7, Southampton Stags 2. Yeah, great way to start the second half. We'll see what the response is here from the Stags. Hopefully, Archie's dad over in the Netherlands wasn't late back from half time and got to see his son score that touchdown. Very nicely executed special teams play. So we've just had a bit of an issue with balls, and I don't know what's going on. Maybe that one's underinflated. But now set, and we're ready for the kickoff to commence. Refs are set. Yep, let's go. Ball is kicked, caught nicely there by the returner, and that's Alex Gill, and tackled. Really nice fielding here from the Bristol Barracuda. First man didn't quite get him, but it certainly didn't get any more positive yards from that initial contact before he was brought down. So ball is going to be roughly around the 25, 26 yard line. Hey, good, Richard did see it. Good to see you saw it, mate. And then we've got Andre watching from Stanford, California, who's the grandfather of Matthias. You'll have to tell me, is it Noodleman? Is that how I say it, or Nuddleman? I wasn't sure. Devlin here with the ball, hands it off. As they started the first quarter, so too they start the second half with a handoff right up the middle. And I think that's Easton. Yes, it is Easton again. Great first down play. You know, you get 5 yards with a carry on a first down. Any offensive coordinator would take that. So that brings up 2nd and 5. pressure now on the Stags offense because you know they've got to get some points at the end of these drives that they're pulling together. Ball handed off, lots of space there. Definitely picked up the first down. And I think that, yeah, it is Easton again with the carry. Oh, the entire D-line jump, but did they see some offensive twitching? Let's see who this penalty is against. It is on the offense. So drawn offline, drawn offside, should I say, not offline. This isn't the internet. And losing 5 yards on that play brings up first down and 15 for the Stags. Just stalled at the line there. The D lineman doing a great job holding the running back up, and the linebacker's just flying in to make that tackle. Number 12, the ball carrier on that play, Dylan Jones. Just not much space for him to go to. Very, very nicely played by the D line there. The central D line for Barracudas had a great game today. The two interior tackles, they've done really well. And whether that's been chasing down, you know, in the backfield or just stopping stuff at the line, they've just been quite formidable. Anyway, so Devlin back at quarterback, 2 running backs in, second one gets it, and it's Dylan is the carrier again, number 12, Dylan Jones, picks up maybe 3 yards. So we're now third and about 13. You would expect to see a pass play here. We will see. They don't. Well, so they've got 2 receivers to this side, and they've got 2 running backs in. So let's see what they might be buying their quarterback some time. Yeah, one of the running backs swings out, and he is the target man. He cuts inside, but the cornerback manages to keep hold of him. It might be a linebacker actually, number 52. So number 52 for the Barracuda. That is Matt Grinham. Already called his name out today. Yeah, he's having a good game. That was a fantastic play from him there, reading the man out of the backfield. Typically, it is a linebacker that would do that. So he read him from the swing, didn't get drawn in by the romance of the of the pass play, and managed to stay on his man and make the play. Oh, let me just zoom back a little bit, and we can see punt. I think this is punt 6, maybe 5. So Cunningham nicely in the air, and it does take a bounce forward, but it does take a slight bounce back, and the ball is around the 25-yard line. Yeah, bang on the 25-yard line. First and 10. Got some love here for that D-line, saying the best D-line in Div 1. And that the defence is too cold. Well, it is winter, Jed. Right, so now we've got Hudson back in. He comes back into, now it's a winning game for his team. Oh, ball fired at his shins. He does manage to pick it up. He is under pressure. It looks like he was down. Whitecap didn't like what he saw in terms of when he went to pick it up, and that'll go down as a loss of yardage. All from a bad snap, unfortunately, and we're just seeing the damage there. It's about 5 yards, so brings up second and 15. Actually 6 yards it looks like from where the ball's placed. So yeah, second and 16. So Hudson back in. Oh, sorry, let me just zoom a little bit. Single back with him. What is that? Running back swings out. Is that a turnover? Let's see. Yeah, it looks like there was a forward motion, but there is a flag on the play as well. I thought it was a forward motion, but I can see why they would treat it as a fumble. It is called a fumble, it is a change of possession, but there is a flag, so it seems a bit premature to call that. Let's see what the referees say. Well, I know we've already seen what they say there, but let's see what the Whitecap says after the final assessment. So incomplete pass is called, so it can't be a turnover. Now let's see what the penalty was. Looks like it's going back the way of the Barracuda, let's see. Tripping. That's tripping on the offence. It's not a penalty you see that often. Basically, someone stuck their leg out and kicked the legs out of another player, which is odd to see on offence. Sort of, the only thing I can sort of think of, someone tried to block someone, wasn't that successful, and then decided to stick their foot out and trip them as they run off. Yeah, Philpotts is number 11. Look, someone's asking in the chat. So Hudson taking the ball here, drops back, fires it for a screen. Well, actually, it was a check down. It wasn't a screen. There was no lineman near him. It just seems uninspired when you've got. It must be about 25 yards. Look, that's where the down marker is. Where the 3 there, and this is where the first down marker is. It just doesn't make sense to throw a ball that shallow, especially against this defence. Like, you need to get something a little bit further downfield, I think. Someone on the run. 15-yard slant, they're always the best, aren't they? Anyway, so that does bring up third down and, I don't know, 30 roughly. Getting so bad that pole's in the way again. There we go. 11, the intended receiver there, calling for a defensive pass interference penalty that he doesn't get, and that's Jack Philpotts. He's a third-year player and he's the vice president of the CUDA. So there we go. And he's been mentioned in the chat a couple of times. So punt situation again. We see this is a common theme for these guys. That you know, punting the ball deep within their own territory. The punter there, you can see him stood in the end zone, takes the ball nicely. They do put pressure on him, but he does get it away. Let's see. I assume it's Alex Gill returning. Yeah, it is, and he gets the ball. I mean, it's going to be good field position because of just where he caught it, but he manages to get the ball at the 30-yard line roughly. We'll just see where it gets marked. Oh, maybe that wasn't Gill. So I'm seeing number 19 come off. Nicholas Paniagua, if I've said his name correctly. It could have been him that had the ball, I'm not sure. So apologies if I got that wrong. So Devlin back in. Keeps the ball, tucks and runs around the edge. Gets the edge, turns upfield, and good first down play. Again, first down yardage. If you're looking at 5+ yards on your first down, that's a good play. And certainly that's the case here. It looks like he's good for 6 yards, bringing up 2nd and 4. And the referee's just signalling the time's on, so he didn't step out of bounds? He did step out of bounds. I don't know why the referee's signalling that the time's still running. Maybe he means the play clock, I don't know. Anyway, 2nd and 4. Devlin in. All snapped. Oh, he's under pressure straight away. Fantastic play there. Number 97 was actually sort of ankle height, shin height, when put his arm out and managed to do enough to bring the quarterback down. So 97, let me just get the name for you. You should already know it. Hussein Ali. He is a World Junior BJJ silver and bronze medalist. BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, right, I'm guessing. There's not another BJJ that I'm unaware of. Oh, and the flag's gone, there's a timeout. Sorry, the flag's gone, the whistle's gone, there's a timeout for the Stags. I'm just going to read you a couple more factoids about this man Hussein. He's a county long jumper, and he's a defensive line positional leader. I don't know what a positional leader is. I don't know, is that like a captain for a positional group? Sounds like it. So just wait for this timeout to finish off. You can see both teams making their way back to the line. Always interesting to see, you know, the play from a timeout, right? You think, oh, the coach has seen something, they want to call it. You know, is it that they've seen something that they want to make an adjustment for, or they were just avoiding, you know, the play that they've called from going ahead? We'll never know. But anyway, it's 3rd and 10. Ball thrown out to the flats. Number 1, the intended receiver catches it. Man immediately on him, and he's taken out of bounds. So number 1 is Pierce Brock. And I'm sorry I didn't get the number for the tackler. I think it might have been 23, Nathan Smith. 30-year-old Nathan. Yeah, someone just said BJJ is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just didn't know if there was another one, and then I'm stitching them up. Anyway, that is now 4th down and 11, and they are going for it, which I like to see. Of this field position, it makes total sense. And they are passing it, which also makes sense. Oh, and it's just swallowed up. Lots of pressure there. And I think it's Hussein again, 96 for the Bristol Barracuda. No, sorry, it's Amir Hassan this time, not Hussein Ali. But Amir is the D tackle. And he, really interesting fact here, he plays both piano and guitar. What are these guys doing to me with these facts? It feels like we're getting to know everyone really well. But fantastic play there from him, getting the sack, getting his team that few more yards. Best starting field position, I think, for the Barracuda have had all day. So it'll be good to see what they can do with it. A little bit of space, a little less pressure. See what Hudson can do. Pitches the ball out to his right. Men on him immediately, and they won't get all those yards, but they will. They probably lose about 10 on that play. Oh, sorry, there's a player down injured. It looks like people are taking a knee. I'm just gonna. Yeah, there is. Cool. So we just pan away. So I think it was the ball carrier that. Oh no, it wasn't. It looks like someone's just got smacked in the shin. He's sort of grabbing his shin, holding it up in the air. But so we'll see what happens there. But we'll have a short break. But yeah, just looking at where the ball, so you can see the down marker here, just been put at the 31-yard line. Probably about 10 yards. They did lose probably about 10 yards on that play. So great play for the Stags. And you know, the Barracuda, they need to do better with this field position. They need to take this opportunity because the first time they've had this type of field position to start with on a drive, and you don't want to squander it. You don't have to. It might be the only time they get that field position this game. the player just be intended to by the paramedics here. He's in the sat-up position. It looks like, yeah, they're just getting their bags, and I think he's now being helped up to his feet, which is great to see. So we should see applause here shortly as the player's taken off the field. There you go. Cool, right, game on. So 2nd and 20. So a lot of pressure from that Stags defence on that play, on that previous play. See Hudson here, single back. He's got 2 receivers to this side. Fires it. It's a tough throw to make. So you think he's a right-handed QB. He has to drop back quite far and pivot his body quite a lot to make that play, to pass to his left. And it looked like it was a pass they wanted to make quickly. I don't know if that was the right call. I feel like you've got to work to the mechanics of your personnel, right? If it was a left-handed QB, yeah, that would make sense. But just given this defense is swift, sideline to sideline, so you don't want to really give them that much time. But anyway, 3rd down, probably about 17, probably about a 3-yard gain on that play. Not the best snap, but manages to field it. Oh, sorry. It looked like that went in and out of the hands of number 86. It looked like he was the intended receiver, but then the receiver behind him, I think number 2, made a break for it as well. To Dan Robb, the receiver there, I think. Fourth down punt situation. Unfortunately, weren't able to do anything with that great field position, but hopefully they can maintain good field position by having some good special teams here and pinning the Stags back. Stags field it, and good for maybe about a 5-6 yard gain. And that was Alex Gill returning that ball there. Dan wasn't their intended receiver. Cheers for clearing that up, Dan. So, 1st and 10 for the Stags. Devlin in the backfield. Shotgun with 2 running backs again. Hands the ball off. Maybe good for a couple of yards. I don't like this gameplay from the Stags. They've got to score points. You don't want to chew up the clock. Should be putting it in the air and savouring some of this clock time. They've already used the timeout this quarter, and they're behind. So we haven't seen any offensive touchdowns yet, or any offensive points scored. So the gameplay should be sort of adjusted for that, right? But anyway, 2 running backs in with Devlin. Drops back. They're both passing for blocking for him. Nice catch. I think it's Cunningham there, number 15. So that was good enough for a 1st down. Sorry, I just noticed that. And so we've got 1st and 10. We're now in the Barracuda territory. Devlin back with 2 running backs again. Hands it off to the further one back. Yeah, I don't know these plays. I don't know. Can't really argue. They're chugging the ball down the field, aren't they? But ball carrier there, I believe, was 24, Malcolm Easton. He's had a lot of carries today. So Devlin takes a snap, fires the ball over the middle, but it's tipped and it is picked by number 25 for the Barracuda, who was taken out of bounds roughly around midfield. So 24 for the Barracuda is Nunu. This was the guy who scored in the dying minutes of the game last week with a pick six that won them the game. So he's obviously a late game player. He's also a brown belt in kickboxing, which obviously a really important factoid to share with you. Anyway, best field position for these guys that they've had. I've said that the last two drives. Man in motion here. QB takes the ball, thrown quite high and just out of reach of the target man there. But there is a penalty. We'll just see what that is. It was number 25 who got the pick. Oh yeah, sorry, I read the roster wrong. Oh, no, I read the number wrong. So that was Jan, who isn't a kickboxer, but he does train in jiu-jitsu. So there's a penalty. I missed the penalty, but it does go against the Barracuda, and it is a 5-yard penalty. So they do repeat the down, first and 15. Apologies to Jan for giving your interception to another player. Got him to jump, but it's not enough. He didn't make contact. Ball is snapped. So much pressure on both, the running back and the QB there, and there is a man down that's just pan away. But Hudson on that play kept the ball. He did manage to gain a few yards. And the injured player is up on his feet, walking off on his own power, so just getting clapped off. So this will bring up round second and about 16. So Hudson in shotgun again. He's got a single running back with him. Drops back to pass, throws it to the running back, and it's just too far in front of him and quite low. Brings up third down. And that's the quarter. So the players and the game will change ends. Players will change sides, and when the action restarts, it will be fourth quarter. With the score, Southampton Stags 2, Bristol Barracuda 7. So it's still anyone's game, this one. And all 9 points today have not come from either offence. Obviously the 2 points being a safety, defensive score, and the 7 points was the opening kick return of the second half. So the referees there just setting up, taking ages, isn't they? Right, so we are, let's just double check it, it's third down, yeah. Third and 16, roughly. Hudson in, single back again. 2 receivers to the far side of the pitch, 1 this side in the slot. All snapped. Oh, he's just swallowed up immediately. Number 50 there with the tackle for the Stags. And that is Yuswan Chang. Great play there. And that'll bring up 4th down, and we're going to see the punt team surely. Yeah, there we go. So the punter, I think he's number 22. Yeah, it looks like number 22 for the Barracuda. Takes the ball, wellies it. It is caught. It is fielded by Alex Gill. But he's in trouble straight away. Someone on him, wraps his legs up, brings him down. Ball at around the Stags 38-yard line. And I think 22, who's the punter, or backup punter it says here, is Campbell Smith, who's an Australian guy. His first year for the Barracuda. And I'm assuming it's Devlin, let's see. Yeah, Devlin back out. With Easton in the backfield. Looks like a timeout has been called. Yes, it has. So the Stags call a timeout. That's the second of the half. Is it their second? Because he just held up a 2, saying 2 timeouts remaining. So the Stags taking the opportunity to come to the sideline, speak to their coach. It was actually all the linemen, not the skill players, so we're going to see a trap here, or like some guards pulling and laying someone out. So, 1st and 10. In motion, goes on an orbital, takes it, and is met immediately. 2 waiting Barracuda, number 23, the man to actually take the tackle, Nathan Smith. Nathan, 30-year-old Smith. Great defensive play there from the Barracuda. Not too many yards lost, but brings up around 2nd and 12 or 13. So we're going back to the 2 running backs in the backfield. Yeah, not a great snap to deal with there, straight at his knees. I think he panicked a little bit there. He had a bit more time than he thought, and just took off Devlin, but gained about 5 yards. Now 3rd and 9. I didn't see who made the tackle. Dylan Jones in the backfield. And the ball is thrown just a bit shy of the route. The player's still down. I'm just going to pan away just in case. Oh no, he's all right. He's up. Just having a little rest. And they're going to punt. I can hear them shout punt. So 4th and 9. Don't manage to move the ball much at all on that play, on that drive, and they're punting away. But it's again that situation where they're punting the ball from the ball starting around the halfway line, and they should pin the Barracuda back here. Commentator's curse coming up, right? Ball snapped, punt away, and it's just bobbling nicely in the direction of the Stags. They're just going to wait until it comes to rest, and it's inside the 10-yard line. So again, you know, very, very good special teams play here from the Stags, making things a lot easier for their defence by pinning the Barracuda offence back in their own 10-yard line. We've got a player down, just get it. It's not a severe injury, he's got a bit of a cramp and they're just stretching him out for getting him up on his feet. I know he still needs a little bit more stretching, but it is just a cramp rather than anything severe. Oh, they're actually calling the medic on, so maybe my expert assessment of him having cramp is incorrect. He's up on his feet now and being helped off. Okay, right, game on. 1st and 10, ball on around the 8-yard line. Their own 8-yard line, should I say, for the Barracuda. So Hudson in at quarterback with Callum in at running back behind him. Oh, manages to get the handoff, but there was a point of contact at that mesh. Callum manages to stay on his feet, but doesn't manage to get any positive yards. The loss of about 3 yards on that play, so 2nd and 13 coming up. There is a flag. Oh. I don't know what that is. That could delay a game, doesn't make sense. Is there foul language? Illegal substitution on Bristol, so ball we march back even further. That's only a 5-yard penalty, but when you're inside your 10, that's a lot of yards, and so the ball is roughly on the 4-yard line now. Yeah, 4-yard line. 2nd down and 15, 16. Let's just zoom out a bit. There you go. Hudson takes the ball, pitches it out to his right. Someone's on him straight away. Looks like the second safety of the day. As Callum's caught in the backfield, yeah, and it is called a safety. And we now got a 3-point game. We've had three, well, technically four scoring plays if you count the extra point in this game. None of them offensive. But we will see that situation here where the kickoff is made. Again, it's that whole territory thing. These Barracuda are they just can't catch a break. They can't. They've been playing the game in their own half the entire game. It was just a special teams play that got them on the board, right? So they're losing the territory game in this one so far. So anyway, ball is now kicked or punted, but they're choosing to kick it from the 20-yard line in this situation after a safety. So again, Stags will get better field position, having just scored 2 points. So the last kickoff they did was a bit more of a line drive, but it did go back to the third row of returners, or the third row, should I say. Nicely fielded there by Boateng. Gets past one tackler, 2, 3, and he's nudged out of bounds. 42-yard line. We'll just see where that is. Someone is calling a tie. I imagine it. So a tie is possible. It means the Stags would score a field goal. Well, to tie and without Barracuda scoring any more points, that is obviously. So yeah, ball on the 42-yard line. First and 10 for the Stags. They're going right to left as you look at them. Or as we look at them. We can look together. Got that big running back in again. It's number 49. Yeah, and he takes it, and he's got a bit of a break there. And I don't know if that's first down yardage, but it's pretty close. Very, very good first down play. He's hobbling off. Took a little bit of a knock there, but he has gone down, and he probably will be taken off. That's Will Brown. All right. Hopefully not too serious of an injury, and he'll be back on after a little bit of the old magic sponge. But great play for him, and they are signalling. Yeah, it is a first down. I can see the referee in the background moving the sticks. The referees, they're waving their hats for the paramedics to come on. Paramedics they always take their time, the paramedics. They should get because I've been told, Teb said this last game, the reason they walk is that they don't want to risk an injury to themselves, like either falling over, pulling a hamstring or something, which sort of makes sense. Maybe we need to get them a little golf cart or a Segway or something like that. Oh, sorry, I almost panned to it. But yeah, he's just down, helmet off, and he's sat up, just waiting for a little bit of treatment. And so we are in the fourth quarter of this game. This drive, if this is a scoring drive, yeah, if the Stags can make this a scoring drive, they will either tie or win the game. Obviously, if it's a field goal, it's a tie. But if they score a touchdown, then they go ahead. And I think it would be a lead that they're likely to keep, barring another masterclass of a return on special teams for the Barracuda. I think the Stags will probably just take their chances and just kick it straight out of bounds. Give them it at the 35. So unfortunately the player's still down. So yeah, it looked like he was sort of walking it off when he first got up, but yeah, unfortunately a little bit more serious than it originally looked. But he is being helped up to his feet now, which is fantastic. But he's being helped off, and he's hobbling. So not a good sign there. His boots off as well, but being clapped off here. I don't think we're likely to see him again today. The 7-4 score origami. Do you know what? It may well be. It is a peculiar score. I mean, 4. When do you see 4? It just doesn't happen, does it? Anyway, right, game on. 1st and 10. Devlin's back in. Two running backs, same formation as last time, same play, I think. And the running back's still on his feet, and he's just chopping away. And there's a player down and there's a flag. There's 2 players down and there's a flag. It looks like there might have been a clash between these 2 players. But 1 player down from each side, and it looked. I've got to admit, it doesn't look good for either of them. They're both fairly still. Medic's coming back on again. Hopefully these guys are okay. This is the best 7-4 game we've ever. It's the best 7-4 game and the worst 7-4 game. If it's a scoregami, you can give it every single accolade you want. With the flag on the play, we need to sort of see the result, the outcome of that. They haven't moved the down marker yet, so not sure if it could well be an offensive penalty here. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to pan a little bit away. You can sort of see the edge of the player getting treated there. So referee signalling now. Personal foul. A block below the waist on the defence. That's 15 yards on the first down. That's the last thing they wanted. The ball's going to be marked another 15 yards from where the running back took it to. It's going to take him into the red zone. It's going to take him into the 20-yard line. So one of the players being helped off now and clapped off for the Barracuda. And the Stags player still down, being treated, showing signs of life, which is good. Look at where that ball got taken to. It's like the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. That penalty may well cost the Barracuda the game. I mean, you got to give it to their defence. They played very well so far. They've stopped the Stags from scoring, but and this isn't the first time the Stags have been in the red zone, and Barracuda have managed to defend so far very well. But with all these players, all this personnel dropping from both sides, I don't know the teams well enough to know who's in and who isn't, and will that impact performance? A little bit of love for the Stags here from Chris. So yeah, sorry, the player is still down. I can zoom out a little bit here and just show you guys. I'm assuming this is the player that got chop blocked, which is why he's down. The flag was thrown right next to him, and I know there's a tendency. I was speaking to the referee about it once, that they'll throw the flag at the penalty, the point of where the penalty was, so that when they assess the flags, if there are multiple flags, they can sort of remind themselves, oh yeah, I threw that one there because of this reason. When they go into confer after the play's over. So Chris saying the Stags have to take advantage of it. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, I think that's exactly my point as well, mate. Yeah, like it's a great opportunity for them. Oh, good. The player's just been helped up to his feet. It looks like quite a bad leg injury for him here. He's being helped off, not touching the ground with his right foot. He's actually being carried off because he can't put any weight through it at all by the coaches. Oh, I'll just zoom away from it. I don't really want to capture that. But yeah, horrible to see, and wish these players all the best on both sides of just getting miracle fast recoveries. Back to full health as soon as possible. Right, so result of the previous play with the penalty, 1st down, ball in the red zone. Devlin back out there. So when he's been in this formation with the 2 running backs to his right and left, it's been a pass play with the 2 running backs blocking. Every time I've seen that today, that I've noticed, right? So I think, you know, on balance, if you were the, oh, whatever, they've now, I don't know what's happened here, maybe a timeout. Just see what the referee does. Oh, I don't know what's happened there. There's another stoppage, but it's not been signalled as a timeout. Maybe I missed it, I don't know. But I'll finish what I was saying. So, yeah, on balance, if you were, I don't know, middle linebacker or one of the captains on the defence, I'd be looking at that as a tendency. You know, when the running backs are level with the QB, they're more likely to pass, go into pass protection. They did have that one instance where the running back swung out and caught a pass in the flat. But obviously, I don't know if I say obviously, but if you remember rightly, the defender was on him straight away, the linebacker. So yeah, be interesting to see what they do here. And you know what, they may not even go back into that formation the rest of the game. I'm just trying to fill the airwaves with inane conversation or words. I don't know what's happening. Because the refs are all just bunched together. Pack of refs. So I can see the player getting treatment on the sideline. The Barracuda coach is approaching the refs. I'm just not sure what's going on. Maybe it's something to do with the paramedics. I'm not sure. Okay, well while this is happening, guys, clarification previous penalty. Yeah, it was a chop block, and it was 15 yards first down. Sorry, someone's asked. I'll put it up on screen. Someone's asked for clarification on previous penalty. Yeah, it was a chop block. So from the end of the run, 15 yards tacked on, first and 10 from the 16-yard line. Right, I'm gonna go. How much time left roughly? I don't know, but maybe 7-8 minutes of play. I don't know. We haven't heard the ref say anything like mention it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to put a graphic up and just go on mute while this is going ahead. It may be that it could be an ambulance. I'm really not sure, but there's nothing on the field. You can see there's a paramedic on the far side coming over. There's another one treating a player on this sideline. But yeah, while we've got this break in play, I'm going to just go on mute. Right, I don't know what it was, but the refs just whistled it all back on. Or is he? I don't know what's going on. So it looks like they're going to bring the field goal team on. Oh, they're just doing the warm-up now. I don't understand what's going on. This is one of the weirdest stoppages I've ever dealt with. Right. So it's 1st and 10. Devlin's out there. Easton's out there. Cunningham's out there. Habib's out there. Right. I don't know, one of the most weirdest things ever. But 1st and 10, ball at the 16. And it looks like that might be a delay game. Yeah, delay game. 5 yards. 1st and 15 from the 21. Ball snap, QB looks to his left, fires it up in the air, and it's caught. And it looks good for a TD. We're just waiting for the referees to confirm. We've got a signal on the left. Wow, first play from that breakage. I can see blue flashing lights. I think there's an ambulance on the way. But first play. And the the Stags make it 13-4. No, they don't. No, they don't. I've given it the wrong way, haven't I? Sorry. They make it 10-7. Apologies. I didn't even get the name of the receiver. It's just a body of white jerseys. They called another timeout. So it looks like they are going to do a 1 point PAT. Oh. Imagine the Stags special teams coordinator might be bolstering his kickoff team here, get some more sure tackling and people that can field it better than they did the last one, potentially. Oh, let me just do a touch back there so we can catch the full play. Ball is snapped, bobbles, and he sort of kicks it, but the ball's live, and he dives on it. He shouldn't dive on it in that situation, but anyway, that's over. And we now have got another kickoff situation with the score in sort of. I say we're probably mid-third quarter. We don't have accurate time from the refs here, but Southampton Stags are leading for the second time in the game, 10-7. saying watch the onside. I don't get an onside kick here. I think would be a bit daft. You don't want to give them field position. Potentially give them field position. Obviously, you could recover your onside kick, but yeah, why risk it in such a close game? It's still a 3-point game, right? It's 3 points the other way. It's still a 3-point game. You've got to play it safe. And the Barracuda, you know, you should be seeing them putting the ball in the air rather than running it a lot. And then when the Stags get the ball, you'd expect them to run it a lot to run the clock down. But we'll see. There we go. 63, the kicker here. Wellies it deep. Picked up. Ball, that was an errand whistle. It was picked up by Archie Callum, but I don't know why they've whistled that. They shouldn't have whistled that. I think they've had to respect the errand whistle. He bent over to pick it up. His knee wasn't touching the ground. I don't know what they've done there. Let's just see what the referees say. Oh, they're going to re-kick it. Ball's being placed at the previous spot. I think it was a... Oh, if it was an offside on the kicking team, which is a likely penalty here, considering, you know, how eager they'd be to get down there, try and tackle this guy before he gets up a steam, before he builds up a bit of steam in his run, surely the ball would go back 5 yards. But they're re-kicking it from the previous spot. I don't know. This game has tied me in knots. Anyway, there's the whistle. Let's see the kick. And really lovely kick, nice and deep, but it goes out of bounds. I think that's what they prefer. So that is a penalty. The ball they'll take the ball over at the 35-yard line, which I think they prefer to the ball being in the hands of that danger man from the Netherlands, Archie Callum. Well, apparently he's got a Dutch and a New Zealand passport, but his father is in the Netherlands. That's why I've called him Dutch. He could, technically, he's dual nationality, and he was last year's offensive MVP. They're doing another. They're making him kick it again. That makes sense. That makes sense. I would do the same. They know their best chance of getting yards is on special teams, so they're going to make him re-kick it. I think there's a limit to the number of re-kicks you make a team do, or a team can do. But it is going back 5 yards here, and so the ball's being kicked from the 25-yard line. So third kickoff here, and Joshua Wolfrey, number 63 there, the kicker. And it is fielded, and as you can expect, given to that man Archie Callum, and the whole sideline is screaming at them to go and get him, and he gets it to around a 35. So they're no better off than they would have been on the previous, if they'd have accepted the previous penalty. Sorry, Lucifer here's just give us a score and he's asking for one. We post all the scores on our Facebook page. If you look on there, there's a pinned post that's like green, and you'll be able to see the scores there, and then later on we'll post the actual scores. So ball snap pitched out to Callum, and he's just got to the edge nicely. Gets tackled by number 52, I believe. Seemed quite excited about that tackle. Always good to see big bursts of energy this late in the game. Rupert Carrington there, stopping him from getting a first down, but not before he picked up about 8 yards, so 2nd and 2. Hudson back in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to his left, fires it to his left. That looked like the receiver, number 7, didn't even see the ball. He just sort of like hit his hands. Great pass and good route. Just maybe because it's getting a bit dark here, maybe he just couldn't see the ball in the air. Don Bird, the wide receiver there, another dual nationality player, South African and Swiss. And this is his second year with the Barracuda. So must be third down, right? Third down and 2. Two running backs in. Callum swinging out to the outside. Ball thrown a little bit deeper. Intended receiver. He played for the penalty there. You could see him putting his arms up and leaning into the cornerback. It just wasn't. There was nothing there. So Don Bird there, the intended receiver. So what's that? Yeah, fourth down and like 2. You got to put it in the hands of your stud running back, right? Let's see. I'm surprised they didn't do that on third down. Oh, QB's taking it close. And a timeout is called by the Barracuda. I think, do you know what, I think they should, well, prior to that timeout, they should have tried to do a hard count to get the Stags to jump offside. That would have given them a first down. Just seems a bit weird, that series of play there. Like missed opportunity, not a bit weird, just a missed opportunity. Hudson jogging back in. So a bit of a break. Are they going for a field goal? I don't know. It feels like it's too long for a field goal. Too long of a huddle for a field goal. All right, cool. There's a hell of it's like 45 yards from where the ball is. So single back now. They do go for a hard count. Oh snap! He's going to throw it. And it looks like it's no good. Ball goes for that was essentially the game, right? Because I mean, we haven't had the 2-minute warning yet, but you'd expect the Stags to really stretch this out, make the Barracuda use up their timeouts. I don't know why they threw the ball on those last 2 plays. Third and fourth down, they should have been putting the ball in the hands of Archie Callum. He's been great for him. He's good for 2 yards, surely. Anyway, ball on the 50-yard line. Devlin joined by two running backs in the backfield. And just ground and pound it now, right? Yeah, keep hold of it. Nah, that ball wasn't fumbled. He was down. Easton again carrying the ball there. Just gets it back to the line of scrimmage. I mean, do you know what? They could go 3 and out here and it's still good for them because they're on the 50-yard line. You think a punt on fourth down from this position, they're pinning them in their 20 again. Like it's, you know, this is, I feel like the Barracuda really squandered their chance to take a lead or to win this game. Oh, QB drops back. I think that was a miscommunication. And he's deep sack, like that's a 10-yard sack, unfortunately for the Stags. You could just see that he was expecting someone to be somewhere and they weren't there. Did try to scramble, too late, he was already wrapped up. Third down and, maybe it's not 10 yards, it's 7 yards, so third and 17. So single back in the backfield, and he's just running it. And that brings up fourth down for a nice punt. Easton there with another carry. I think it makes sense. So they're going for the block, you can hear from the sideline for this. Ball is snapped very high. Lots of time in the air, but not enough for the punt to be blocked. Ball is bobbling beautifully for the Stags again, and they just pin him in, not inside their 20, they pin him inside their 10. Perfect. Cunningham as punter, like he's had such a good game. He's really kept the Stags in this. And I suppose you've got to say the guys fielding the punts as well. But fantastic punting from Cunningham today. Got some love for the Cuda number 37, Ryder Grob, who's an inside linebacker. He was American, English, Swiss. He's got 3 older brothers. And his dad used to play for Harlequins. I'm going to zoom out a little bit more because of that post. So one man in the backfield, one man in motion here, right to left. QB fires it, and it looks like it's picked off, but I don't know. The refs are saying it's incomplete. So, and again, you know, from both of these offensive coordinators, they're the right type of plays being called. So when the Stags had the ball, they were run play. And you can see here, first down of this series for the Barracuda, they're passing it, and that's exactly how they need to be doing it. Obviously, an incomplete pass stops the clock, gives them more time to get more plays in. So again, single backfield, 2 receivers on the far side, 1 receiver this side. Hudson takes the ball, looks back. I don't know if that was a sack or not. It looked like maybe he pump faked, but it looked like he did throw he did a throwing motion. And they're saying it's an incomplete pass, so the ball maybe came out. So anyway, third down, ball doesn't move from where it was previous down, so 3rd and 14. Hudson takes the ball, drops back. He's under pressure immediately, cuts back and is pushed back. He does get the ball off, and it's an incomplete pass. I'm amazed that he got that ball in the air. There's a flag, a late flag, that's gone up on the far side there. Let's see what that is. Are they going to get him for throwing it away? I've got to admit, I didn't see where the ball went, like where it landed. And it was right, well, I know it was in that direction to where that ref threw the ball. So he could be saying thrown away because he was still in the pocket and it wasn't near a player. He's going to wave it off, no flag on the play. Okay, so 4th down? And I don't know why the down marker's there now. Is that player down injured? I think he is. I'm going to just pan away. Yeah, paramedics are just walking back out, earning their money today. Unfortunately, not what you want to see. These last two possessions have been like the longest I've ever known. Crazy. Right, here we go. Player is back on his feet and off the field, and now they're going to punt the ball. I think it's 22. Yeah, 22. The punter for the Barracuda. Takes it. Blocked! And that will be a safety or a touchdown. If they fall on it, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. Oh my God. What a play. What a play. And so the Stags extend their lead by 6 points. And score a touchdown by blocking the punt in the end zone and falling on the ball to recover it. So another special teams touchdown. Crazy. So we'll just wait for the point after, which would, if successful, if it's a single point after, looks like it's going to be, would make it a 10-point game, 2-score game, or 2-possession game. And I think at this point, safe to say, out of the reach of the Barracuda. They are going for 2, so it would be an 11-point game. So let's see what happens here. So Devlin's in. Takes the ball. Oh, it's going to pass. Looks to his left. Fires it into the end zone. Really nicely defended there by the Barracuda safe. I don't know if it's a safety, but certainly a defensive back number 2. Just had the confidence to dive in front of it and bat the ball away from the receiver. So great little play there, and it means that there is no extra points. That was again, I don't know if I'm saying his name, but I know people are watching. Matthias Nudelman with that play. So we're back off in this kickoff scenario, scary scenario for the Stags. With that man, Archie Callum, just waiting to get the ball. Nice deep kick again. Ball is kept again by Archie. Takes it to his own sideline. There's just bodies and bodies in front of him. Gets it to the halfway line, so a hell of a return. Still, his team have got a long way to drive to get to that end zone. I think that's a 2-minute warning, I think. So 1st and 10. Danny Hudson back in at QB, as he's been all game. Ball on the 50-yard line. Danny Hudson dropping to his right, still keeping his head up, looking to pass the ball, passes it, and really, really nicely defended there. I believe it's number 11. Yes, it is number 11 for the Stags. Just makes the jump on that ball, keeps it away from the defender. And that is Jeff Rogers. I don't know any facts on the Stags players. Let's say Jeff Rogers sounds like an American name, doesn't it? And it's spelled the American way. Okay, 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Bunch formation here. One receiver in the slot on the far side. Ball snap, QB drops back, fires it over the middle, and it is intercepted. Number 8 there with the interception. The ball was flown very, very high in the air, unfortunately for the Barracuda, and Harrison Kelly is the man that takes that ball, gets that interception. People ask me how long's left. Don't know. Well, we think we just had the 2-minute warning. We don't have any time. Only the refs keep the time and they don't announce it. So less than 2 minutes. Shotgun, ball handed off. And it was number 24 for the Stags, once again with the carry, Easton. And that's what we should just keep seeing, right? Hand off, hand off, hand off. No need to risk putting it in the air. Even though it is a 2-score game. There we go, handed off once again to Easton. And he chugs it another couple yards, so that'll bring up 3rd and 7, maybe 6, probably 7. So 3rd down. Hand off again to Easton. And that looks like it's full time. We'll just wait for the ref to hold the whistle, hold the ball up. Oh no. What is it, a timeout? Timeout on the Barracuda. And the Stags will punt. A little bit of personnel confusion for the Barracuda here. Doesn't really matter in a timeout. There we go, whistle, and we should see the snap any second. Very low, bounces, and his knee was down. So they've just given the ball away at like the 25-yard line. Oh my God. Still a 2-score game, but not what I don't know why the Barracuda aren't celebrating. Like, this is a big deal. They've got the ball deep in, for the first time in the game, they've got the ball deep in Stags territory. They should be going nuts. There's seconds left, I don't know how many. I just heard something seconds left. So they got to be just lobbing the ball into the end zone, haven't they? Look how deep the DBs are playing for the Stags. They're expecting a pass. Oh, it looks like a delay of game. Or it could be a timeout. Let's just see what the ref does. They've called 2 timeouts on the bounce. What are they
doing?
High snap, QB manages to control it but loses a step. He's under pressure, he fires it to nowhere. He might get intentional grounding call on this. No, game. So that's full time. So as you can see on the screen, Southampton Stags win their second game on the bounce, 16-7, and sets them up nicely for the season. They're jubilant. Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us for this. We will catch you next week. I don't know where we're going to be, but we've got some live streams coming up.